good evening, and welcome to my channel here on YouTube, Loving Guiding Lights, where I come to you to bring messages channeled from universe, God, ancestors, archangels, spirit guides. I felt led to come on. We just had the full moon that was it's in the Scorpio sign, and we have a lot of things going on right now, a lot of energies on the earth at this time. So I just felt led to come on. I just wanted to check in and see how everybody was doing and how everybody was holding up. Actually, this energy is going to be, of you releasing and letting go. Perhaps you have met someone and someone is coming to your life, a new person, maybe of the opposite sex, perhaps a significant person that will become your mate or whatnot. And the energies is really strong right now for love, which is one of the reasons I have all of my these are my pink quartz that I have out right now, and selenite, that is to bring in love, and citrine to bring in joy, happiness, and whatnot. So the energy that I'm trying to call in is that of love. We are interested in seeing where things are going to go in relationships. And it doesn't just have to be with another person. It could even just be self-love, your self-love that you have for thyself. Okay, come on, Houston. Got this little munchkin down here. He's a pretty worship munchkin. This is my little love bug. Say hello. Say hello, Houston. Tell him hi, Houston. Yeah, that's my little love bug here. He worries me to death, but he needs to get up here. And so he can make his presence known. He needs my attention, but unfortunately at this time I am trying to record. Sorry about that. The phone fell out of the harness. But yes, this is my little love bug. He's just need my undivided attention at this time. Anywho, stop. See, this is why you over there. Stop. I wanted to come on and just chit chat with you all and see what's going on. See how things are falling into place for you all. If you are using the energy in a positive manner, then it should be working out marvelously for you. Some people really are not aware of what's going on upon the planet, and they are having different emotions arise, and they're not sure what's going on. And I tried to explain to them what's going on, but of course, if you're not awoke and aware of how these moons affect you and others, then by sitting and telling someone this stuff is really going in one ear and out the other, they're not really receiving it. And I can't force feed it down anyone's throat. I can just share what has been given to me, try to understand and help them understand how to utilize the energy. We are coming out of the Mercury. Oh my God. I don't know what's going on, guys. We are coming out of the Mercury retrograde. It should be coming to an end here shortly. So that energy is still within the mix, meaning that you could be dealing with past emotions, things that are arising, and so forth, and you are not sure exactly what's going on. And with the energy with the Scorpio moon, it could also be contributing to things in ways you are feeling as well. So I am going to just clear the energy here. Let's see. This is my little love bug here. He's so worrisome. He just want to be in the mix. You want to be in the mix, y'all. Mr. Houston. This is Mr. Houston. It's clear the energy, calling spirit guides, universe, ancestors, archangels, all those that are on this spiritual awakening journey with us. We welcome you in for your guidance, your clarity, and direction. Thank you, Spirit. Yes. Let that burn. Let's see. Can you lay down on your mama's lap for a minute while we clear the energy? It doesn't get too loud, but this should just help clear any negative energy that may be, you know, within you. So take in some deep breaths. When I do this, you want to breathe in and exhale. And that startled my baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Holy Spirit, ancestors, archangels, we welcome you in for your clarity, guidance, and direction today on our spiritual journey. Let's see, I'm trying to see card. Holy Spirit, ancestors, archangels. Let's see, I think this is Earth Magic. We'll use the Earth Magic cards to see what the messages Spirit has for us today. Holy Spirit, ancestors, archangels, guides, goddesses, gods, all those that are currently with us on the spiritual journey, ascendant masters. We call forth your guidance. We welcome in your guidance and direction to bring forth clarity for the collective on their path. A lot of us are, you know, closing out some significant cycles in our life. I am one of those, closing out a significant cycle, and I have come a long way. I'm very proud of myself. I've gotten a lot achieved yet, and still I am still growing, still learning, and still opened to wisdom, guidance, direction. I don't know what in the world. I'm gonna have to put it on this one. Sorry, y'all. I keep falling out of my harness. I don't know why. I'm gonna change the harness because I don't know what's up with this one. Sorry about that. So I am closing out a significant cycle in my life. And I am so grateful to be at the end of that cycle because it has been a long journey. And I have learned a lot, gained a lot of wisdom from the journey. But I am evolving into another higher realm of my spirituality, as well as you all should be, depending on where you're at on this journey. So God is preparing us for more, for us to get ready to take back our thrones, and we are going to become those that are leading, leading and guiding others and helping others to awaken, and also helping others to understand what is transpiring around us. Holy Spirit, ancestors, archangels, what are the messages today for the collective? Music is harmony. Right now, we're currently working on becoming harmonious, not just within ourselves, harmonious within our relationships with others, whether it's friendships or your co-workers or even a significant other. What you're doing is we are all working on becoming more harmonic with one another, regardless of what people think. we all are connected, and we are all in need of one another. Okay, we all make a contribution to this collective as far as the energy within the world. So, example, if there are, this is just an easy example, if there are a billion people on the earth and 75% of those billion are awakened and are um, balanced in their energy. That means being balanced in their feminine as well as their masculine energy, and have gained mastery over their emotions and actions and behaviors and so forth. Then they're the ones that, you know, carrying forth the positive energy. You know, they can see things from um, a higher level, as far as it all being going towards the collective as a whole. You know, we're all here together, and all of our thoughts, if they're positive, is helping those that are not in a positive light, who are seeing things perhaps in a negative sense. We are the ones carrying and carrying the weight of the whole, because the majority of the people are in a positive light and seeing things from a different perspective, a higher spiritual perspective, meaning that we are aware that we are contributing to the collective, that our energy and the energy that we put out and the way that we think and how we think and the things that we focus on are the things in which will manifest. So that's why it's very important to be in control of your mind and the things that you allow yourself to think, um, because this is how things are brought into reality, is off your thoughts. We are the creator of our own reality. So if you have a negative thought or a negative mindset, the likelihood is that you are creating a reality that you are not happy about. You know, there's negative things transpiring in your life, and they're all around you, in situations, friendships, and everything. It's just drama, 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 negative, 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 whatever. You know, you have to learn how to shift the perspective of how you see things and how you view things, and realize that if you shift the way that you view things and how you see things, and see it from a different perspective, then you are able to change that negative energy into positive energy and positive thoughts by changing your thoughts and how things are sawn, how you see them, okay, and how they are playing out in your life. You are the creator of your own life. Also, music may just, you know, for me, music is very healing, depending on what the music is. Now, you can't listen to everything. I tell people all the time, uh, they intentionally changed the frequency in the music, you know, many, many years ago. They changed the music frequency, and they knew exactly what they were doing, because music was made and created in order to be healing and therapeutic and to help people to heal. However, by changing the frequency of the music, it has the ability to also impact you in a negative way, because it can be changed. It can change the resonancy of your body by the frequency that is coming off of music. So, 420 to 432, if I'm not mistaken, the original frequency was 432, or was it 420? I'm gonna have to look it up. Either one, it's either the 420 to 432 or 432 to 420 frequency is what they changed. And I know it's a small change, but you certainly, if you listen to it and you are really sitting still with yourself, you can see how it changes it and how you feel in your emotions. A perfect example of this can be shown if you know Dr. Moto. He was a scientist who did research on the impact of music or words spoken from your mouth, how it impacts the human person. Being that we are all water, mostly water, like 70-80% of our body is made up from water. So therefore, certain frequencies go through our body, and they are felt. Just like if you're listening to a love ballad, for instance, I'm a Luther Vandross fan. I love Luther Vandross. I love all old school music mostly, and when I hear his music, of course, I reminisce on love. It's a beautiful thing. So therefore, it is doing what it was meant to do. It triggers your emotions. You get something from it, which is why you listen to a particular genre of music, correct? So he shows how the frequency impacts the human body, and how even hurtful, nasty words that we speak out of our mouth, which is why God says power is in the tongue. It is in the tongue. You can say something that can cut a person to their soul and damage them and traumatize them for a long time just by words. And it takes a long time for people to overcome things that are said out of the mouth in a hurtful way to another. It takes a long time to overcome that. So that's why it's so very important to be mindful of what it is that you allow to come out of your mouth, which is why it's so important to be in control of yourself. And this is why it's important to know thyself, to go within and to be able to reflect on situations that you may have been in, relationship, friendships, anything, and you may have had some type of altercation or whatnot, and you reflect over the things spoken out of your mouth. That's why it says, you say, be mindful of what you say, because once it's spoken, you can never take it back. And the harm impeded on another person based off of what you spoke is, like I said, it could be lifelong damaging, and you don't want that. And at this current time, what we're focusing on is becoming more harmonic with one another, being more empathetic. Excuse me, y'all. We are still in the Mercury retrograde, and when you're Mercury retrograde, you stumble over your words. There's a lot of things that can happen, so forgive me for stumbling. But we are working towards becoming more harmonic as individuals and balancing ourselves, our energy, how we feel, taking control of our emotions and not allowing our emotions to take control of us. We are thinking before speaking or taking action. Okay? A lot of times, everything doesn't warrant an action. Sometimes you just need to sit with stuff and think about it. And then you make a determination. Should I respond? Should I react? Should I do whatever? What do you think? Do you really think that it was worth a reaction if it's going to be something that's going to be in a negative sense to contribute to the situation? Remember, all the energy in which we expel is going out to the entire universe, okay? Holy Spirit, ancestors, archangels, what are the messages today from our spirit guides? Show me that you should hear. Holy Spirit, ancestors, archangels. Oh, there we go. Dawn, new beginnings. This, like I said, this is the time in which we're ushering in new beginnings. If you are closing out a cycle, thank goodness. Be grateful. Show gratitude. Thank God for the lessons learned. What you got from any past situations, thank God. Release, let go. Harbor no animosity, hate, ill will towards another person. We are all here on earth trying to evolve. This is the playground of education, okay? And your most valuable lessons always come from relationships. They are the ones that are going to challenge you the most, and then you are going to gain great wisdom and knowledge from every experience and things in which you want to continue to have in your life. If those are things you want, those will be things that you may see that you're not interested in entertaining. That they're a deal breaker for you from past relationships or whatever friendships. You may be like, yeah, I now know I've been down this road. I've had this scenario, this situation. I really wasn't particularly fond of it. Therefore, I know going forward, it's a deal breaker. Why entertain it, in any type of situation? Um, don't. Never settle. Never settle. So these are the things that you gain from past situations, and this is the wisdom and knowledge that you take forward. Now you are on a new beginning. And dawn is a new beginning for a fresh start, and you can use that stuff gained from the past to help you to become your most authentic self and to have the most authentic relationship that you want to have. And like attract like. So if you are broken, still dealing with a lot of different things within your heart that you haven't healed or released or let go, then the likelihood is you could possibly draw in that same likeness. A broken individual, a broken soul, and we as individuals, human beings, we mirror one another. So if you haven't gone through the process of doing the inner work and healing and really reflecting on your problems, yourself, your shadow side, things that you need to address within yourself, and how to be, get control over those things, and not necessarily stop those things, because you can't have good without the bad, you can't have day without night. We are in a dual world. We have duality, yin yang, whatever. So you have to learn to be the master and the controller of the person, yourself, okay? You never get rid of your shadow self, because you may need this at a later date. You just never know. You may need this um, energy of your shadow self, the one that's really actionary or whatever. That would be, in a sense, if you were put in a dangerous situation and that person needs to arise out of nowhere to keep you out of harm's way, like that fiery, actionary person, you know, you want to be able to respond. So you don't want to just cut off the shadow self. You want to embrace your shadow self, but gain control over it, and don't allow it to control you. Okay, that's your ego self. Okay, you don't want that. You need to be gaining control over yourself, and not allowing your actions to be controlled by emotions. Being that if something arises and someone triggers you in a negative way, perhaps from a conversation or something they say or do or whatever, you've evolved, you've grown, you know you are much better than that, and you're listening and you're hearing everything they're saying, and you know what you're doing. You're sitting with it. You're not responding immediately. You're sitting with it and you're taking it all in, and then you're thinking. You're thinking before you're responding, and then in those thoughts you think, well, do this warrant my response or my action? 9 times out of 10, it doesn't, because if it's going to take you out of your character, then it's not worth it. Okay, it's not worth it. We are preparing for new beginnings. God is preparing us for fresh starts, and taking back our throne, and stepping into our destiny, okay? And embracing things in which he wants to bring forth. You have to be open and ready to receive the things that he wants to give you. He's preparing you for great things. All these things that we've gone through in our lifetime was part of the plan, okay? Ceremony. He's saying it's time to perhaps do an invocation, set up a altar. I have an altar here in my bedroom. Actually, I don't think y'all can see it because it's on the opposite side, but that's where I do my praying and all that, and I give I have my family members, like my grandfather, my brothers, my grandmother, and so forth, and all of those loved ones that's passed on. I have them there on my altar, and I put water and things out for them as well. I light candles, and I reflect over my life and their presence in my life. I also have some animals like the owl and the wolf. Those are different energies that, even though they're just statues, they still are, important and um, to me, of some of the energies that I carry and some of the energies in which they carry. I have unicorns, I have angels and birds and some things from out in nature like feathers and all of that. My Bible on my altar, and I spend a great time there just reminiscing over my memories of my loved ones that's gone on. Um, God is saying that you may need to set up like an altar, burn some sage, do something that is, I guess, like a ceremony, to clear energy, to welcome in energy, um, and to honor the spirit guides that's in your life. Those that are uh, that have passed on, that are contributing to helping you evolve as a person. You can feel a lot of times those that are um, giving you information. I always feel like my grandmother is present and watching over me, my mother. Certain days I feel different energies um, of my loved ones that keep me on the straight and narrow and help me on this path. I'm going to read to you though what the book says for ceremony. Okay, ceremony. It says, invocation. It is a sacred ceremony that we have one of the greatest opportunities to experience communion with Source. One where the perceived duality of both heaven and earth merge into an experience of the divine. Through the use of sacred pieces that have become imbued with spiritual significance, we bring forth catalyzed by ceremonies catalyzed by clear intention and preparation. Sacred ceremony is prayer in action. In this image, a woman kneels before an altar where a number of crystals are placed, light emanating from her hands. We see incense burning, snake spirit rests nearby, and various ethereal beings appear in a wispy shroud of light around her head. All the while, the tapestries upon which she sits appears to be on fire, symbolizing the fiery passion brought on by the intense focus of spirit that has been invoked for this ceremony. Calling spirit forth is a way to facilitate a direct and heartfelt sense of relatedness of Source. Whether through indifference, depression, life crisis, or any other manifestation of mental, emotional, or physical blockage, you have drifted from the intimacy with the spirit from which you yearn. It is important to do what you can to regain an experience of spiritual power that is contained within you and all around you. Do so by conducting a ceremony, one that involves not only spirit but also material objects that you consider sacred. Set up an altar in a convenient area that is apart from your usual living space. Start with representation of a four major elements, which is what I have at my altar. That means having something from the earth, something from the air, fire, and water. And then add just a few sacred objects. Set the intentions for the ceremony, such as whether the purpose is for healing, celebration, or honoring a particular earth, season, or cycle. Then do an invocation to call upon your spirit guides. Breathe their presence and ask their divine being to guide you throughout the process. Trust their guidance. Feel your heartbeat and keep breathing. Breathe. Breath is the key to the actual experience of spirit, and creating the ceremony is the vehicle that supports this. So, like I said, on my altar, I have a lot of things that are sacred to me. My crystals as well. I have crystals everywhere pretty much, but um, certain animals, whatever is sacred to you, I resonate with the wolf energy. Um, I resonate with the owl energy. We have a lot of different things and totems that come into our life that helps us along the spiritual journey. And this is what you need as a reflection of who you are at your altar. Your crystals, your insects, your sage, your loved ones that's gone on and passed on and whatnot, no longer with you. And this is where you want to, do your prayer and, inviting source, universe, ancestors, archangels, those who you are expecting guidance from to help you on this journey. And God is saying that He wants you to take the time if you have got disconnected and doing that to reconnect in that manner, and so that you are able to, connect with Him and experience the guidance in which you want to come forth on your path. Is there anything else? Holy Spirit, ancestors, archangels. Is there anything else for the collective? There we go. Unfoldment. The lotus flower unfoldment. Like I said, there's a lot of things that are going to unfold in the next couple of weeks. And God is preparing those that are on the journey, this journey of, what do they call this? The hero's journey, the evolving, that. A lot of things are unfolding. He's preparing us for the things in which we will need to take hold of and utilize going forward to help our other brothers and sisters upon the earth. Things are shifting, and I know things are chaotic in the world. We got wars here in other countries and so forth, and my heart is heavy about that, and my prayers are going out to all those in other countries that are being subjected to such senseless craziness. I'm praying for all my brothers and sisters globally. I mean, I think everybody on this earth really just wants to be on this earth, be able to enjoy what God has given us and blessed us with on this earth peacefully, without having to worry about, the silly wars in which we continue to find ourselves in over those small number of greedy people that want control of the masses, wants control of God's earth and so forth. And I just think that, regardless of how we are seeing things and how they may look to the human eye, being that I am a firm believer that God is still in control, and He is the head, and He is the master, and He knows all and sees all, that all that is transpiring because it has to transpire. Things have to fall out of order to fall into place. Chaos, so forth. All these different things have to crumble. The old way of being, so the new way of how things are going to be can usher in. And it may not look all that, joyous to people with the naked eye, because they cannot see past what's going on in the world, But I truly believe that everything happens for a reason, and all that is transpiring right now has to happen. It has to happen for things to fall into place. Unfortunately, there are always casualties in spiritual growth and war. We're always going to have casualties. And, if you've gone and you on this spiritual journey, and that we incarnate on this earth by choice, we come into this earth by choice. We don't just come here, by coincidence. We choose to come here. We choose to reincarnate. We are already prepared and know what's going to transpire. However, when we reincarnate on the earth, we forget all our past lives and all the things in which has happened and the powers that we come into, or the powers that we had in our previous lives before. We come in and our memories are wiped away. You know, but it's as though things repeat themselves. It's like things like this has happened over and over and over. Wars, 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 wars. Um, and you see where it's gotten humanity over the many times that you looked over history, the wars and things like Noah and the flood and so forth, and different things, that the world ended or whatnot. It hasn't really gotten as far, right? So I do believe, that this time things are going to be different. It's going to be different in that um, we have our brothers and sisters uh, that are in a higher spiritual, uh, what do you call that? Higher spiritual. I can't think of it. Let's just say extraterrestrials. Okay, those are part of God's creation as well. They are also our brothers and sisters, and if you have watched some of the documentaries such as Above Majestic and so forth, um, you can come to understand that they are truly watching out for the people. You know, there's been many whistleblowers that have discussed their presence around the nuclear weapons and this not dismantling, but like melting them down. Where they're not able to be used, and so forth. Um, so we have them, there that are trying to help to free the enslaved, whether you are aware or not. We are all enslaved to the true enemy, which I say is our own government. I mean, that's my own opinion, and I leave each person to have their own opinion, but that's my own opinion. But we have those extraterrestrials that are, you know, trying to help free us from this bondage that they've ensnared us in through lies and indoctrination and all these different things, and trying to stop all the repeating of the actions taken in the past, such as war and use of dangerous weapons, because you know that nuclear missiles are very dangerous. Not only could they, eliminate all human life, there's a great chance it could destroy the entire universe. They don't want that. We certainly don't want that. So, anywho, our Creator is preparing some things to unfold for us. And those that are awake and are aware, and not all, you know, um, the type that believe that it is only humans on this earth that walk amongst us, those that are aware that there are other beings on this earth, even those that we cannot see with the natural eye, spirit realms, and all of this. Anyone coming to this channel who is aware of these things, this is what they're preparing us for. It's going to be some things unfolding that may seem movie-like, some shit like, excuse my language, like Star Wars, you know. But this is what he's been preparing us for. So, he's not going to allow anything to unfold that we're not prepared to see, okay? And remember, he never gave us the spirit of fear, okay? That's not the spirit he's given us. Fear is a false evidence appearing real. We have nothing to fear. We have his hand, his almighty hand, in the midst of this. And he is going to allow the presence of our other brothers and sisters, being that they are extraterrestrial, also his creation, to start making appearances. A lot of people are already, seeing certain things in the sky and so forth. So it's already started happening. More and more people are filming and recording it and all of these different things. And the government is also starting to honestly say that they do exist. And we have also had highly sensitive, documentation that was under lock and key released to the public for public to read, that these beings do exist. So just prepare your mind mentally, be prepared. We aren't the only ones. They're a little different than us. Hell, some of them look just like us, and we don't even know it. We just think they're humans, but that's not necessarily so. Just because a person looked one way, you don't really know exactly who they are, right? So a lot of things are going to start unfolding here. Also, I watched this guy. He channels a lot from the galactic. He channels a lot from the galactic and the Pleiadians and so forth. The Galactic Federation. His name is Sam the Illusionist. I highly recommend those that are, awakened and prepared to understand some of what's going on, to follow him and watch him. I watched him the other day, and man, did I get a lot of information on blood types and so forth. The blood types and exactly where they're from. So I was going to share the information with you all, at a later time. Probably do that a separate night on a different video. But the Galactic Federation, which is who he was channeling, was sharing with him each blood type, like the blood type O, blood type A, blood type B, blood type AB, and then blood type RH, I think it is, and what their gifts are and what not. So yeah, so the RH negative blood. So I'm going to share that information with you all, and I'll probably do that on another video because I want to stick with my reading. But it was very interesting, and it does resonate because I am a blood type O, and everything that he channeled is actually who I believe I am. It resonated so deeply with me. So I definitely believe that, yeah, we all have certain gifts that we incarnated on this earth with. Some are psychic, some are clairvoyant, some are able to talk to the dead, some are able to see the dead. Children, whether you know it or not, and they are able to see the dead. They can see spirits, because they haven't yet been tainted by the poisoned food they feed us to keep our pineal gland calcified. So yeah, children are able, and so are animals. Animals are they are able to see spirits, and they are able to determine if a person's energy is off too. I tell people all the time, if your animal is start barking at people that's coming in your house, you better take heed. He picked something up about that person that ain't right. They pick up far better than humans do sometimes, as far as the energy of an individual, if they got some negative energy or not. So take heed to your animals. If they start barking like crazy at your friends or whatever, are they trying to warn you? They're trying to warn you. Sorry, I don't do reversals. I just wanted to get my cards straightened out. We're going to pull a couple of angel numbers to see what else Spirit has for us. Holy Spirit, ancestors, archangels, all those that are currently present with us on this stream. What other messages today do you have for the collective? Show me. Holy Spirit, ancestors, archangels, spirit guides. What other messages do you have today for the collective? Okay, flip 555, change. I tell you, the one thing that's consistent on this in this world is change. We are forever changing, and things are always changing, whether you're aware of it or not. So it says, encouragement, support, obstacles, battles, callings, restructuring, creative work. You are going to level up. I just said that. This is what we're doing. We're leveling up. God is preparing us to level up. It might not feel good initially, but it will prepare you to handle the greater things in life for the highest good. That is the why you've been looking for. Push through it. There is a reward waiting at the finish line. You're leveling up. God's preparing you to prepare for the things that are to come, for the highest good, not just for yourself, but for humanity, because we are all connected. 1010. It's up to you. It is up to you. Meditation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realization, taking action, unconditional love. It is time to put those long cherished ideals into action. You will soon come into contact with the appropriate individuals, circumstances, and resources. Eventually, you will experience joy as well as brand new opportunities. Trust in the process. Holy Spirit, ancestors, archangels. What else for the collective? Show me. Holy Spirit, ancestors, archangels. What else for the collective? Oh, there we go. That was a good one. 1414. Unique skills. I can't make it up. God says you have a unique skill. If you were drawn to this channel, if you are drawn to tarot or any type of divination, meaning that someone is channeling or bringing messages to you and other means in which probably you never even heard of, because that's not what you were taught, and that being that we all were indoctrinated into certain beliefs and so forth. God is letting you know that, sweetie, you're here for a reason. It's not coincidence, okay? You're here because there's a message here for you. She's trying to let you know that you have a unique talent, a unique skill that he needs you to use to contribute to the upliftment of humanity. And however you do it is your choice. You get creative in how you want to utilize that unique tool. So it says, life goals, missions, sense of self, honesty, important projects. It is time of an intense self-development. Focus your mind on your craft. You already have what it takes to succeed. You already have what it takes to succeed, but practice makes you a master. It also serves to find your true purpose. Leveling up in your career or business is a priority right now. So this is exactly what's happening. It's no more time to play fearful, being afraid or expressing what is coming to you, either through messages that you're channeling, through different means, perhaps through synchronized numbers, perhaps through the use of tarot cards, perhaps through the use of ruins, charms. I mean, there's so many tools for divination. I'm trying to think of some more. Some people use bones. I mean, I can go on and on. Some people get messages just from the music they listen to, God speaks to so many people in so many different ways. He uses so many ways to communicate with others. It's no different than someone or a friend or a family member calling you and saying to you that something, uh, you were thinking about something, and then a friend or family calls me and speaks on this exact matter, and you're just thinking to yourself, okay, that's my confirmation, because you were just thinking these thoughts, you know, and then someone calls in, or calls you, and they're speaking of the same thing. It's like it's a confirmation. You knew that God was utilizing that person to give you that message. It's no different. He can speak to people however he chooses to. That's why he's the creator. Okay, he can speak to you through so many ways. Okay, and mine's is numbers, animals, and birds, flowers, you know, things in nature. I get a lot of messages when I'm out in nature, which is why I love to get out in nature, because, it's the closest thing to our creator, right? He created the earth, Mother Gaia, she feeds, and all these things give us all the beautiful things in nature that is created for us to enjoy. So therefore, I get a lot of messages out in nature. Anywho, God is preparing us for these things, and it's all unfolding the way that it should. Nothing happens swiftly, you know. It happens gradually, because I believe that it has to happen gradually. Too much too soon can be undervalued, unappreciated, whatnot. Go to a person's head if you are to evolve so swiftly. So it happens gradually. We got to stay humble. We have to remember to be humble and compassionate and empathetic and loving and so forth to one another. And know that, we are all working to contribute to the greatest good for all of humanity. Anyway, that is all that I have for you today. I pray that this brings you some empowerment, some enlightenment to continue on your journey, to stay the course, and know that you are on track. You are right where you need to be at this moment. Remember, these messages are timeless. If you were led to this channel, no matter when it was, even though today is April 25th, 2024, then there was a message there for you at that specific time that you needed at the moment in which you clicked on the message. Spiritual guidance and spiritual messages are timeless. They will appear on your timeline when you are in need of the message. So regardless, like I said, I pray this helps you in a powerful way, that it encourages you to stay the course and know that you are chosen. Okay? And anyway, again, my name is Keisha. This is my channel, Love and Guiding Light. If you feel led to do so, please like the video. If you feel led to do so, please share the video. And if you would like to connect, I would love to know more. I mean, like I said, I will put my email in the description if you want to communicate. I live in the Georgia area, Atlanta, Georgia area, so I'm always trying to connect with my soul tribe and whatnot. Still trying to connect with those that are on this awakened journey, and whatnot. So if you feel like just let to do so, and you want to email me or whatever, then that information will be in the description box. And until next time, smooches. Also, y'all, please forgive me for the stumbling of my words. The Mercury retrograde really messes with me, because I am a Gemini and I am ruled by Mercury. So forgive me for all the stumbling, but yeah, I struggle during Mercury. Come here, Pink. I struggle during Mercury. But tell them bye, boo. Tell them bye bye. Say bye bye. Bye bye, y'all. Bye bye. Have a great night.